Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a 45-minute yoga session. I recommend facing your mat lengthwise in front of the screen, but any position will work. If you have any straps, facing your mat lengthwise in front of the screen, but any position will work. If you have any straps or blocks or cushions or anything else that you'd like to use, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a 45-minute yoga session. I recommend facing your mat lengthwise in front of the screen, but any position will work. If you have any straps or blocks or cushions or anything else that you'd like to use for the practice, just grab those now and make sure they're fairly near that you can grab them. We're going to start in a seated position, any comfortable seated position. Do whatever you like with the legs, relax the arms. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a second to bring your focus to your breath. Start to soften the jaw, the cheeks, the eyes, the brows. Release any tension from your face. Enjoy 2 more breaths. Open your eyes and bring your palms together and start to roll the wrists around. If this is too much pressure for the wrists, you can do it separated. And then reverse direction. Relax your arms. Do a few shoulder rolls backwards. Let the body and the torso move as much as you like while you're doing this. And then relax. Reach your arms forward. And then start to roll back into your spine, tucking your tailbone under and letting your chin come to your chest. With an inhale, bring your elbows back. Start to sit up, lifting your rib cage, arching back, lifting the chin. And then again, with your inhale, we'll reach the arms forward and roll back into the spine, chin to chest. And just continue this movement, moving at the pace of your own inhale and exhale. A few more times back and forth. Finish with an exhale. And then when you're done, come on forward onto your hands and knees. Take your right arm underneath, and you can either bring your arm down to the elbow to twist here, or continue through bringing the shoulder down to the ground and resting the forehead. If this is comfortable, you can stretch the left leg out to the side and then bring the left arm up on to the hip or extend it up into the air to continue the twist. Bring the left hand back down onto the ground and use that hand to press back up into hands and knees. And then switch sides. Bring the left arm underneath either to the elbow or to the shoulder. And then you can rest the head, maybe extend the leg or twist the arm. Bring the right hand down onto the ground. Use that to press back up onto your hands and knees. And then sit back on your heels and rest the forehead. You can take your forehead to the ground or stack your fists. Rest on top of the fists or grab a cushion. If that's too much, you can also just take the hands to the ground and rest here. Come on back up onto your hands and knees, and then take your hands a little further forward. Tuck your toes under, lift up the knees, and then shift your weight back away from your hands. Strengthen the arms, and then you can decide if it's comfortable to straighten the legs, let the heels move towards the mat. Take a breath here. We're going to add a twist to this. So take the left knee across to the right side of the mat and twist the hips to the right. And then switch. Right knee across to the left side, hips to the left. And then just continue to switch sides. Keep the arms strong while you're making the adjustments with the sides of the body and the legs. And then straighten back out. Walk the feet forward into the hands until you're into a forward bend. Bend the knees, take the hands onto the thighs, and then lift the chest until the back is straight. Release and then come down into a forward bend. Let the arms hang down, bend the knees as much as you like, and then slowly start to roll all the way up to standing. And then roll your shoulders back. Relax your arms. Stand tall. You should be towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in and reach your arms out to the side and up. And then with the breath out, bring the arms down to the ground and come into a forward bend. Breath in, lift your chest, hands to legs. And a breath out, place your hands, step back into plank. We'll hold plank for a breath or two. Just make sure you're not holding your breath here. And then lower all the way down to the mat. Roll your shoulders back. Gentle back bend with an inhale, lift up. And then lower down with the exhale. Press up and back to sit on your heels and rest your head. Come forward back onto your hands and knees. Bring your hands a little further forward. Tuck your toes under. Lift up and then shift your weight back, pressing away from your hands. Relax the legs. And then walk your feet forward. Come into a forward bend. When you're ready for an inhale, take your hands to your legs, lift your chest until the back is straight. And then exhale, bend forward. And then inhale, reach the arms up, come all the way back up to standing. And then bring your arms back down by your side. Step the right foot back, facing the front of the mat, and bend the left leg. You can take your hands to your hips. Or you can take them out to the side or up. Strengthen the legs, and we'll hold here for a few breaths, trying to stretch through the front of the body into a bit of a back bend. Release the arms. Just take the hands out to the side. We're going to step our weight forward onto the left foot. Come onto the toes at the back, and then see if you can lift that back leg right up into a balance. Bring the knee forward and hold here for a breath. If you need to, you can grab a hold of the wall, chair, table, whatever is near you for balance. And then we're going to start to bend forward, bend at the hips on that left leg, and then push that right foot back. Legs can be straight or bent, doesn't matter. Any arm position. Hold for balance if you like. Take a breath here. And then once again, if you're comfortable with the balance, bring the knee forward, or you can set the foot on the ground and take a moment to pause. Breathe here. And then set the foot down. Step the left foot back. Bend the front knee. Chest is towards the front of the mat. Hands in any position. Chest is open. Hold here for 2 breaths. release the hands down. Take your weight forward onto the right leg. Start to drag the toes at the back and then pick the knee up. Left knee coming forward. Hold for a breath. And then you can either rest the foot for a break or continue bending at the right leg. Extend the left foot back, any arm position, or hold for balance. And then one last time, bring the knee forward, lift it up, take a breath here. And step the foot down. Take a second to roll out the ankles. And then facing the front of the mat, stand tall, reach the arms out to the side and up. This time we're going to do a little bit of a back bend here. And then come into a forward bend all the way over, bending your knees as much as you like on the way down. Lift your chest. Place your hands, step back and we'll lower right down to the ground. Flatten the toes, lift into a little back bend. And down, tuck your toes under, press up, and then shift your weight back. Hands pressing firmly into the mat, arms strong, knees can be bent or straight. And then begin to walk your feet forward, coming into a forward bend. Take your hands to your legs, press up, lift the chest until your back is straight, and then hang back down, forward bend. And then standing tall, reach the arms all the way up, and bring the arms back down by your side. Take the right foot back, turn the chest open to the side of the mat, stretch the arms out. If it's comfortable for the shoulders, you can turn the head, look over the left hand. If the shoulders are uncomfortable, bend at the elbows. You're going to bend the front leg, adjust your stance, and then we'll hold here for 3 breaths. Drop the back arm down on the leg. Straighten the front leg and then turn the left palm towards the ceiling. Lift the arm to arch back. Enjoy a breath here. And then bring the left arm back out, forward, and then reach towards the front of the mat as you shift the right hip towards the back of the mat. Hold here, being careful not to lock the front knee. And then from here, you can continue down, taking the hand down to the ground or to a block, or you can bend the left leg, take the elbow down to the thigh, or the hand down to the thigh. Right arm can come up overhead, or can stay on your hip. Press into the left leg to lift yourself back up. Pivot onto the toes of the back foot and then take a big step forward. Shift your hips out a little bit. And then we'll step back with the left foot. Chest open to the side of the mat. Front leg bent. Bring your arms out to the side. Settle into the posture. Make sure the feet are comfortable. And if you like, you can turn your head to look over top of the right hand. the left hand down onto the leg, straighten the front leg, turn the right palm upwards, and then start to lift the arm as you arch back. Stay here for a breath. And then start to reach the right arm forward. Be careful not to lock the front knee. Left hip pressing towards the back. And then your choice, you can take it down to the ground or bend the front knee. Take the elbow down or the hand down to the thigh. Press into your right foot to lift back up. Turn onto the toes at the back and take a big step forward. Shift out your hips. And then step the right foot back so you turn to the side on your mat. Bring your feet out a little wider than hip width apart. Bend your knees slightly. And reach your arms out to this side and up. Touch the palms together overhead. And then bring your hands down into the chest. If you're comfortable going deeper into a squat, go as low as you like. And we'll hold there for a breath or two. If you want to add a little bit of a balance aspect to this, you can lift up the heels, come up onto the toes. Drop the heels, release the hands and straighten the legs. Shift out your hips a little bit. Take your hands onto your hips, the slight bend in your knees, lift the chest, arch back slightly, and then bend forward at the hips, coming all the way over into a forward bend. Take the hands down to the ground or grab a block. Enjoy another breath here. Let your head hang down. Bend your knees as much as you like to find comfort in the legs. And take your left hand to the center on the ground or on a block, and then take your right hand onto your hip or to the back of the body. Rotate your right shoulder upwards to twist. Adjust the hands and feet so that you're comfortable. And then if you like, you can reach the right arm up to extend. Bring the right arm down to the ground. Center the right hand on the floor or the block. Take the left hand onto the hip. Start to rotate the left shoulder upwards. And then if you like, you can extend the left arm. Bring the left hand back down to the ground. Shift your weight into your feet. Bend your knees as much as you like and take the hands to the hips. When you're ready, start to lift up with an inhale. Taking your time, use your back muscles to lift. And then relax the hands. And then do a little adjustment with the feet, the ankles. Shift, wiggle. Okay, the next pose we're gonna do is a balance pose. So if you do wanna move somewhere that you can reach the wall for balance, go ahead and do that now. You also may wanna use your strap. We'll start by taking the weight over to the left leg. So stand tall for a second on the left leg while touching the right toes. And then if you're not using the wall for balance, the left hand will come to the hip. When you're ready, you can begin to pick up the right leg and either grab a hold of the knee, or you can take the foot into a strap and hold here. You could also just keep the toes on the ground and stand there. If you're comfortable lifting the leg up, you could also bring it into extension. Hold for another breath. And bring the knee forward and then set the foot down. Shift out the hips a little bit. And then stand tall on your right leg. Touch the toes with the left leg, right hand on the hip. And when you're ready, you can pick up the knee or grab the big toe, any variation. Bring your leg back into the center, set the foot down, and shift out your hips again. We'll swivel, shake from side to side, adjust your ankles. And bring yourself forward again to the front of the mat. Reach your hands up, forward and up, and then we'll bring this into a little bit of a back bend. And then come all the way over into a forward bend. Lift your chest, hands to legs. Place your hands, step back to plank, hold for a breath. And then lower all the way down to the mat. Rest the forehead, bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, and then with an inhale, gently start to arch through the neck and the chest, up into a little back bend, and then lower down with your exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Keep the shoulders back and away from the ears. Extend through a long neck, gently arching. And then once you've lowered the last time, just rest your forehead. Roll your shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. This time, hover the hands just above the ground. And then we'll gently arch back. This time, we're only going to use the strength of the back of the body to lift. And then lower down. And we'll do this 1 more time. Roll the shoulders back, lift the hands, gently arch back, and lower down. Rest the forehead. Bring the arms alongside the body. Roll the shoulders back, lifting and strengthening from the triceps. So you're really reaching the hands back behind the back of the body. And then we'll gently arch back. Same way. 1 vertebrae at a time, lifting up. And then reverse to lower back down. Rest the arms, rest the forehead, take a breath. And then we'll do the same thing again. Roll the shoulders back, lift the arms, and this time bend the knees so that the soles of the feet are facing the ceiling. We're going to arch back, and if it's comfortable, you can reach back for the feet or the ankles, grab a hold, and then lift the knees up. You can hold this or lower right back down to the ground. Okay, everybody lower down. Release the hands. You're going to press into the floor. Sit back on your heels and rest your forehead. Come on up onto your hands and knees. I like to use my blocks for this next move. You're gonna step the left foot forward, tuck the toes under at the back, and then if it's comfortable, start to lift the knee. Strengthen the legs here, and then any amount, try to sink into the hips to stretch through the groin. And then gently bring the knee back down, flatten out the toes, shift the hips back and start to walk the hands back a little bit. And then you decide if it's comfortable to straighten the front leg. If it's not comfortable, keep the knee bent and relax the toes. If you want more of a stretch, straighten the leg, lift the toes, and then you can even bend in towards this to get a little extra stretch through the back of the leg. Lift up and then drag the foot back. Sit back on your heels for a second. And then come on forward with the left foot. Now you're going to tuck the toes. Sorry, the right foot is stepping forward. I apologize. Tuck the toes of the left foot under. Lift up the knee if it's comfortable. Sink into the hips. And then place the knee down gently, flatten the toes, shift your weight back, bring your hands back, and decide if it's comfortable to straighten the leg or to lift the toes up or to bend more towards the leg. Bring the leg back, sit back on the heels, come forward, rest the forehead for a breath. And then sit up. Now we're going to bring ourselves into a seated position, facing forward. Take the left leg, extend it out, just gently forward to the side wherever it's comfortable. You can bend it if you like. We're going to pick up the right leg, grab a hold of the heel of the foot, and then support the knee. And then just very gently, we're going to start to rock the leg like you're cradling a baby. You can do this subtly, or you can be very big about it, whatever feels comfortable. And then now we'll set the ankle just above the knee. If that's not comfortable, then you can just rest the foot to the side, any amount, and we're going to bring it into a forward bend. So only go as far as you're comfortable with. You could also use the strap around the foot here if you like, as an option. Okay, let's switch sides. Picking up the left leg, grab a hold of the heel, support the leg, and then just gently create movement until you feel a little stretch. One side, the other side, one side, the other side. And then place the foot down wherever it's comfortable. You can stay here or you can bend forward. And lift back up. Stretch both legs out in front of you. Can be together, apart, bent, whatever is comfortable. And then just reach forward, stretching out the backs of the legs, the back of the body. Enjoy a breath here. And then lift up. We'll bring the legs out into a straddle. Again, you can have straight legs, or you can bend your legs. You can even do this with your legs crossed if that's more comfortable. And then if you like to have a little extra stretch, I like to use the blocks here. Press forward into the floor, and then you can stay centered. You could twist, or you could just move around. Completely up to you. Take 3 or 4 breaths here just to work through stretching the inner thigh, sides of the body. One more breath. And then bring yourself back up. Close the legs up. Shake them out a little bit. We're going to make our way onto our backs. Come on down your back, flat against the floor. Bring your feet in close to the body, and just relax the arms against the floor for 2 breaths. Just let your body settle in. Now bring your knees up into your chest, and you can hug around the knees, under the knees, or use your strap. If you want to rock a little, go ahead. Now extend both feet towards the ceiling. You can grab a hold of the legs or just hold them up there on their own, or again, you could use the strap here. And if you're connecting with the legs, you can pull them in a little more for an extra stretch. And then take the feet back down to the ground. Bring the feet close into the body. And then press into the feet with the arms alongside the body to lift up the hips. And if it's comfortable, you can start to open up the chest a little more, stretching the arms so that they're pressing into the ground. You could clasp the fingers together if that's comfortable. You could also take a block here underneath and use this more as a rest pose. A pillow or cushion would also work. If you're using a block, come up onto your tippy toes, take the block out of the way, and then everybody start to bring your hips back down to the ground. And then once again, bring your knees up into your chest. Set your right foot down on the ground. Cross your left ankle over top of the right knee. Reach your arms out to the side if that's comfortable. And then begin to twist the legs over to the right side. If it's too far to take it to the ground, you can take a block underneath the foot or the knee to rest halfway. If this is comfortable for you, you can turn your head to the left. Take another slow, satisfying breath here. And then straighten the torso, turn the head, bring your knees up into your chest, do a little rock. And then set the left foot down. Right foot is crossing over the knee, arms out to the side, and then begin to twist the legs over to the left. You can use a block if you want, or a cushion. And if this is comfortable, then you can turn your head to look over the right arm. Straighten back up, straighten the head, uncross the legs, and bring your knees into your chest. This time, you're going to take one hand on each knee and bring the knees in wide. You're pressing the thighs in towards the side of the body as much as it's comfortable. Or you could use the strap and just let the knees sink in. Extend the legs towards the ceiling again. Point the toes, flex the toes, roll the ankles around a little bit. Bring the right foot down to the mat. Grab a hold of the left leg so you can bend at the knee and grab there, or you can grab underneath. You could grab the big toe or use the strap around the foot and just stretch out the left leg all on its own. Again, if you want to stretch through the foot and roll the ankle or point flex a little, go ahead. And bring the left foot down to the mat. Switch, pick up the right leg. Grab it wherever you like, whatever is comfortable. Stretch through the leg all the way up into the foot. And then bend the right knee, bring the left knee back up, hug the knees into the chest one more time. Rock from side to side if you like. And then release the arms, extend the legs, move into Shavasana now. So if you want to grab anything to give you some extra comfort, maybe a blanket under your knees or a pillow or some support for your head, grab whatever you need and get yourself settled so that you're able to take your arms out to the side, let your legs relax. Take a few moments to get yourself situated. Once you're settled, bring your focus to your breath. Don't change anything about it. Just bring your awareness to the breath. Use the exhale to release any tension that you're feeling anywhere in your body. Every breath out is softening a little more, releasing into gravity. And just enjoy a few moments of stillness. Slowly start to bring your awareness back to the body. Make some small movements in your fingers and your toes. Stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms. Bring your knees up into your chest, one by one. Hug your knees, maybe rock a little from side to side. And then slowly bring yourself up to a seated position, any comfortable position. And once you're seated, tall through the spine, take a big breath in and out. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the class. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.